Right, we're on. It's a bit of a miserable day this morning. It's damp. The rain's just stopped though, that's a good thing. Today we're going to talk about the hands in the golf swing, what role they have. Homer Kelly's Golf Machine states that the hands are the command post of the golf swing, which they are. If we can educate the hands, we can educate lots of parts of the golf swing. So we'll keep this simple as possible. But if you get the hands in the right position, it's amazing how the club, the body and everything reacts to that. It's very, very interesting. Let's do it, shall we? So hands in the golf swing. Hands shouldn't move or don't move as much as you possibly think they do. Good hands. Let's move this camera around just for a second. Cool. Going to keep this really simple. So let's talk about the left hand first. Left hand is gloved hand if you're a right-handed golfer. Why do we have a golf glove? Comment below. Fred Couples, get him to comment. Never wore a glove. So left hand, let's talk about the left hand. Left hand does two things. There's two actions of the left hand in the golf swing. Here they are. So left hand rolls this way and this way. Nice and flat. That is one move of the left hand. The left hand also does this. If I stand on sideways, the left hand also does up and down. Up and down. So it cocks like a gun. So it does that motion and that motion. That is all the left hand does in the golf swing. So the left hand does two motions. So if I swing just left-handed, all it does is that and that. So it rolls, okay, and it cocks. It never, under any circumstances, does it bend this way. Okay, never, ever. Because that would look like this motion. Okay, it should never do that. If it does do that, a compensation has to be put into place. Johnston does that, take that up the top of the swing. Johnston does that, has to move the body really hard and high handle through impact to try and get that out. So he has a fault with the left hand, but he's so skilled he can put it back in, take it out, or put another fault in to cure it. You know what I mean? So that's what the left hand does. So the club comes back. Let's just get here, hold on. Left hand on the club, in line. So it's not done this or this already, it's not bent, so it's only going to roll or cock. So it's there, it's now starting to roll, roll. Pronate, roll. It's also starting to cock. If I move my body around, it's still in line. It's not rolled. It's not bent, sorry. Up to the top, there we go. And then back down through the same thing, so it's now starting to supinate and uncock to a yard past, till the club head's a yard past the ball. And then once that's done, so you've got impact, finish, the yard past, and then we're going to follow through. Once we're into follow through, it's done. Who cares? So that's the role of the left hand. You can imagine how structured the golf swing is when doing that. Watch Bryson DeChambeau for structure. So there, the left wrist rolls, starts to cock, continues rolling. It's now fully pronated at the top, palm to the ground. There, top of the swing, palm to the ground, fully pronated. That way, down into supination, into impact. So basically rolling and cocking, supination and all that jazzy. I'm even talking like that. It's not me. So there we go, roll, cock. Unroll, supinate. Unroll, uncock. Still there, nice and flat, nice and straight. And then after that, club's a yard, 2 yards past the ball. After that, both arms are in a straight position. And then from there, if we have swivel action, that will still stay straight. But then from there, it may bend slightly because we're uncoiling all the forces we've put in there. That's all the left hand does. It rolls and cocks. So the right hand, it has to obviously play along with the party as well. It can't be left on its own. That's a shocking golf ball. It's rubber. So what does the right hand do? It's attached to the left, so when the left hand's doing its thing, the right hand must do something as well. It does even less, it's really lazy. Okay, so the right hand, what does the right hand do? The right hand does this, you ready? That's it. Does what the left hand doesn't do. Okay, bends. It bends backwards, hits golf ball, and bends forward. That's all it does in the golf swing. So there's your address position, it's bent at address, you can see. There you are, so it's bent at address, down, hitting ball, releasing, that's all it does. Told you it was lazy. So that's all the right hand does. Right hand bends, bends. And we go. So address position, there's right arm bent, you can see the angle between right arm and club shaft. So therefore there's a bend in that wrist backwards, okay, which is holding the left wrist straight. Okay, so it's starting to tie together now. Then we take the club back, and the right hand starts to bend a little bit more as the left one rolls. Down the line, coming up. Right hand, if I take it off the club now, you can see there's a bend in it, it's not straight, it's bent. Up the top of the swing, and I get to there, and we talked before about the left hand being in full pronation, or fully rolled, so therefore the right wrist is fully bent back, holding the weight of that club and keeping the left hand nice and straight. Great, so it's open, it's done this, so you can see the bend between right hand and forearm, and then the way back down, that bend comes back out as the left hand rolls back and uncocks into impact. It's quite easy, isn't it? So that is the roll of the hands in the golf swing. So the left hand rolls and cocks, and the right hand bends, right wrist bends. That is it. So then once we understand that, we look down and go, okay, what's going to happen here? I take my address position. When I take the club back, my right hand starts to bend a little bit more, which is straightening the left wrist. Great. And then we bend, and the left wrist rolls and rolls as the right wrist continues to bend. Good. I'm in a great position there. And then when I come back down, get that left hip out the way, come back down, we can see that the left hand starts to roll back into its position and uncock as the right wrist starts to de-bend or unbend, if you like, and then through impact it gets to that yard, 2 yards past the ball. This is still straight, and the right wrist is starting to straighten back up or come out of the bend. And then after that, we're done. Well, I think the left wrist's more important, because if we start dominating the right wrist, then we're going to get a bit flicky. We have to hold the structure with the left wrist. But it's amazing how they both tie together. If we're focusing on those hands, which as Homer Kelly states is the command post, we can get them working correctly. We don't even have to worry about the club head. Having full control of the hand will give you full control of club head and sweet spot. There's no need to even think about throwing this at the golf ball. If these are correct and being delivered correctly, this will do its thing. This is great. A wee drill for this. It's just I've got 7 iron here. Just little quarter, sort of half swings, and really just focusing, not focused on strike, not focused on body motion, just purely focused on the hand action. What your hands do, actually how passive they are. Okay, it's small moves. It's little small moves. This rolling and this cocking and this bending and bending. It's just a small move. It's not all happening at once. It's happening over a long period of time. Your hands are travelling a good 5 yards or so in the golf swing, so you can see how slowly it's all happening, how small moves they actually are. So just there, watching what the left wrists do, feeling them. Even shorter ones, just your little chip shots, exactly the same thing applies. Just feeling that. Left wrist doing its thing, right wrist bending. And then applying it into full shots. But certainly, as I mentioned before, having the awareness of how the hands and wrists work in the golf swing is going to take care of the club head itself. As always guys, give it a try and leave comments below. Here's Lloyd.
Subscribe for Steve Johnston PGA, it's free. Hit the bell icon and thumbs up button.